when you begin to move beyond necessary, that is free. That is freedom. That's how real joy or bliss starts, when necessary stops. This touch at the 5 sheets level gives different expression to life. The touch of the life beyond body experiences gives a next level of possibility of expression life. It's happening in the PANCHA KOSHA retreat. The more and more you are getting exposed to 5 sheets and you are able to live in that dimension, a whole evolution of life will begin to happen in a different level, because your life loses the necessaries. Necessary less life brings true freedom. That freedom is the ultimate freedom. Or else always you are slave to your necessaries. Whatever, how pure the act may seem, even to that extent I am also a slave for teaching, because there is a necessary to teach. Even though it's your evolution, even though in my karma it may be there due to XY reason, I had to teach you, I had to bring whatever with any challenges or whatever is a kind of necessary which I have to express. Whether you call love, compassion and whatever, those are all the reasons. That's it. In the same way, when you go very deep, there will be necessary for your life on this planet. A necessary is there. That's why we live. If the moment totally necessary is closed down, that's what a realized soul will do. They stop all the necessary, that's liberation. If you look at the whole Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it's a science of stopping necessary. When the science of stopping of necessary is mastered, you are master of life. How it can be mastered? By getting exposed to 5 sheets, by getting exposed to the deeper sense of your beingness, the deeper alignment to your core. The more and more you begin to align to that dimension, necessary stops, existential expression starts. Once the existential expression starts, it's fantastic. Do you think any necessary is there for sun to give light to us? Do you think any necessary is there for consciousness to create anything like a you, me and all? Then it's a bliss act. When necessary stops, bliss starts. I repeat this quote. When necessary stops, bliss starts. Why a baby like Luz is in happiness and bliss? Because there is no necessary. As humans grow, necessary grows. Why necessary grows? Because of their own choices, their own commitments, their own karma, their own path. All this comes. But more and more, when you begin to get exposed to the 5 sheets, the highest benefit what will happen is your necessary becomes less and less and less. So when it comes to the point of becoming less and less necessary, things will begin to act in an unimaginable way. Even for example, even if there is a necessary for you to go and work hard, that necessary will not also arise, will not arise. From somewhere that resource will come without creating the necessary to work, provided if you are aligning. That's why in yogis' way of life, they live with less necessary. And more system you bring, like more and more like institution or something, you establish, more and more necessary will come. Natural. So then you need to do some sacrifices. Because then you are not only responsible for your own karma. See, when you are stepping into necessary, you will not only fulfilling your own necessary, you will be fulfilling the necessary of the others. Because once you step into the pool of karma, there we are all interrelated. So there is like a common pool. You step in the necessary pool. Even suppose you go to food, you felt, oh, food is enough. Just you put the food somewhere on the ground, an ant will eat. Your belly is full, ant will get the food. See the link of the karma. So in the same way, whenever you are going to teaching or in the necessary of uplifting anybody's conscious way of life by dissolving karmas or giving practices, whatever, consequences will be there. Huh? You should be ready for everything and anything. And it rises parallelly always. That is why if you have a facility to live with less necessary, that is spiritual. Every spiritual center will move towards it, less necessary. Even towards it. See, for example, one day I heard through someone like Mankush was telling, this place is not for advertisement. This place is not for marketing. This place is for people who come in search, who come naturally. Something like that. He expressed. What it means. Certain places are like that. It can't be created out of necessary. You should be ready for it. But yet, let's see, let's try by marketing, let's try by spreading, let's try with unprepared people, let's try to bring people. Once you go with the push, an equal opposition will come. Natural. That's what I meant. The more you begin to live with necessary, more you will be involving, more things you have to solve, you have to deal. But if due to any reason, due to sacrifice of a person, or due to sacrifice of your own life, or due to sacrifice of your parents, XYZ, whatever, if there is an opportunity comes in your life to live with less necessary, enter it and establish in it. Then there is no a kind of a normal life which limits to body journey. You begin to move beyond necessary. So when you begin to move beyond necessary, that is free. That is freedom. That's how real joy or bliss starts, when necessary stops. Because stopping of necessary brings freedom. So even with the friendship or relationship, you should not be together out of necessary. Wherever you see, with whatever relationship, if you are living with necessary, quarrel will be there, arguments will be there, upsets will be there, damage will be there, wherever you live with necessary. Where you live with necessary, you will live with compromises. If you are having friendship or relationship, anything, if you are not living with necessary, a pure sharing of love and affection will be there. That sharing is not out of necessary. That sharing is due to natural way you are. Like a sun. Sun gives light. Light is necessary for us. For sun, there is no necessity of light. It gives. Suppose imagine two suns living together. In the same way, two persons radiating love and affection, living together. What a beautiful, joyful journey it is. It's not constructed out of a necessary. See, then there is no compromises, then there is no demands, then there is no control, then there is no judgments, there is no cutting of any freedom, nothing. So immediately you begin to step into a different way of life. How it is possible? By entering to your inner sheaths, by entering to your 5 layers of existence, the layers of existence where necessary stops. To eat food, it's a necessary. To live with prana, it's not necessary. To think, it's necessary. To thoughtlets, it's beingness. To act in karma is a necessary of previous lives. To live with wisdom, it's a pure now existence. To be bliss, you are bliss. It's not necessary. Such a possibility is there. And once you begin to be in that path, really I tell you, practically, for example, you may be all having such a wish to be teachers or something, to establish a yoga studio. Such a grand pull will come, you want to be with your own self. Every step you come out, you compromise. Because for some necessary, whether you are creating by looking at somebody's state, you have compassion, due to that you created, or you look other karmas, you want to take immaterial of that. Once you step out, necessary is created. Even once you open your eyes from breathing starts. From samadhi, when you open your eyes, necessity started. Problem starts. Fighting starts. Aggression starts. So that's why the more you come to the body experience, necessary will be ruling life after life after life. There is no life with contentment. There is no life with balance. There is no life with fulfillment, bliss, happiness. So then you will be living surrounded by a kind of sick people, a kind of people who are emotionally damaged, a kind of people who have their own illusions and imaginations. That's why to step out completely from that dimension, regular practice to establish yourself in the 5 sheets is very crucial in life. And make it a regular habit day to day to be in that state. Then a flowering of fulfillment, flowering of joy, flowering of happiness, flowering of oneness, a true love from the heart, that will begin to bloom from you. That life is undisturbed life by anything. Because even though at certain dimension you are stepping out to fulfill some necessaries, nothing bothers you. That is vairagya. So it seems on one end that a necessary is there, but nothing bothers you. That's how you can burn karmas. See how you can burn karma or how you can accumulate karma. How you can burn your karmas is by going into the necessary world and not getting affected by it. And how you will accumulate your karma is by entering into the necessary world and building more and more necessaries. That is the path. So that is why it's happening, the Pancha Kosha retreat, what we are all planning, to bring the humanity, to bring the state of the mind of the persons where they will be aligning to more subtleness, state of the self, where it establishes more oneness, more harmony, more bliss and happiness, more contentment, more flow of love towards all. So with that intention, the course will be happening. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. When the science of stopping of necessary is mastered, you are master of life. How it can be mastered? By getting exposed to 5 sheets, by getting exposed to the deeper sense of your beingness, the deeper alignment to your core. The more and more you begin to align to that dimension, necessary stops, existential expression starts. Once the existential expression starts, it's fantastic. Do you think any necessary is there for sun to give light to us? Do you think any necessary is there for consciousness to create anything like a you, me and all? Then it's a bliss act. When necessary stops, bliss starts. It's happening, the Pancha Kosha retreat, to bring the humanity, to bring the state of the mind of the persons where they will be aligning to more subtleness, state of the self, where it establishes more oneness, more harmony, more bliss and happiness, more contentment, more flow of love towards all.